Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are doing my monthly favorites from February. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As you know, I have my online beauty consulting service, which is where you get the chance to talk to me one-on-one live through a Zoom chat. I have a half hour and a full hour session available. So if you have an extensive makeup collection, but maybe you want a fresh set of eyes to get some inspiration for a new season, get some new ideas on the makeup you already own, that is the perfect reason to book a consultation. So if you want to make an appointment, go ahead and click the link in the description box down below. All right, so we are already in March. I keep skipping a month and writing the date as April because my oh my has these few short months of 2022 been a long decade. So anyway, these are my favorites from February, and I have a lot of products here. I have some makeup, I have a little bit of skincare and hair care products too. So let's go into the makeup first. The first one is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is the classic OG cult status, cult favorite foundation here. I have the shade 5.5. I kind of forgot that I had this because my makeup collection is a little bit robust. But anyway, I dug this out and it's what I'm wearing today. I forgot how great it is. It is the perfect luminous, slightly velvety finish. Like, it's not too dewy. I don't have any highlighter on, but it just brings lightness, just that soft, subtle, healthy glow. And I just totally forgot how great this is. So I was like, I need to use this more often. And I remember trying to pan this a while ago. I think perhaps I should just throw this one out and purchase a new one because it is definitely past the expiration date. Let's just skip past that. But in general, this is just a wonderful foundation. It is very natural. I used one pump to do the full face today. You can build it up, you can sheer it out. Just a great foundation overall. Moving on to what I am wearing today on my lips. This is new from Sisley. This is the Phyto Rouge Shine. This is their new lipstick collection here. This is the beautiful tube with the white and gold. So fresh, so spring. And this shade here is called Sheer Red Love. Now, is it sheer? No. Is it red? Yes. Do I love it? Yes. So this new lipstick formula is a hybrid of a lipstick, a lip gloss, and a lip balm. I have a more nudie color, which I also like, but if you go for the more intense colors, you get such a rich color payoff. And something about this glossy red to me screams spring, it screams summer, life, flowers, all of that. And it really is a perfect hybrid of lipstick, lip gloss, and lip care. Your lips feel so nice and hydrated, and it's glossy, but without being too slick. Like, it doesn't run, it doesn't go all over the place. It just looks like a very glossy pout, which I love. And you really get such an intense payoff. Like, you just have to go like once or twice and then you get this intense red. So if you, I don't know, like if you want that intense color payoff, but that's very comfortable, a little bit more glossy, a little bit more of a lip balm, because you can reapply this throughout the day as a chapstick. And you won't have to, like, you can just use this. You don't need an actual chapstick. You can just reapply this during the day. And of course, it comes with its own little pouch. So extra. I love that. So speaking of red lips, I definitely am a red lip queen. I love a red lip. I just think it looks gorgeous. I have one here from Guerlain. This is part of their spring release. It's called like Legendary Reds. I think that's the whole collection here. So it's a collection of 3 new cases. This is, I believe, the Burgundy one. I could be mistaken, but I will link that in the description box down below for this case here is new, and then the actual lipstick. This is number 1925. This is called Roi des Rouges, which means King of the Reds. Actually, I just realized I did not do a swatch of this lipstick here from Sisley. My mistake. Let me go ahead and just give you a little swatch here so we can compare it also to the Guerlain one. So as you can see, it has a little bit of pink to it. It's glossy, it's gorgeous. And then let's look at this Guerlain one. Oh, it's so beautiful. This one here is the velvet version. So it's a classic bullet lipstick, but it has more of a velvet matte finish. As you can see, two very different reds. These are like third cousins at best. The Guerlain one is this beautiful velvet. It's more orange, more warm, more fiery. It is gorgeous. I love, love, love the Guerlain one. Today I decided to go for something a bit more cool tone, a bit more pink with my whole look, but both of these are gorgeous. I love both of them. I think there's an occasion for either one. And the Guerlain one, the velvet formula, the Le Rouge Velvet, it is so long wearing. I'm talking meals, drinking. You can wear a mask with it. Like, I wouldn't do a fresh coat and then put on a mask, but you can wear a mask with it and it doesn't move, it doesn't run, it doesn't budge. It stays in place for several hours. I think they may claim you can wear it for up to 12. You probably could. Like, it really does last all day. So if you want something that's going to last all day, get the Guerlain one. And this gorgeous, it's just so nice. It's so beautiful. I love a red. And so here are two options for you. One that's like a little bit more cool tone, pinky, glossy, and then one that's just like a bam, in your face, gorgeous, matte, warm red. Now moving on to a face powder. Now I am not always a face powder girl because I have dry, dehydrated skin. I live in Montreal. It is so cold, but because it's so cold, I go out for my stupid little mental health walks that I talk about, but I want to make sure that I set my makeup so it doesn't transfer all over everything. So I've been using the Prisme Libre powder here from Givenchy. So this is just a loose powder. And if you look here, you get a perfect blend of 4 different colors. And this powder here comes in several different shades. So depending on your skin tone, you can really find the right color for you. So this is just like a harmony of 4 different colors. It adds just like the softest veil of a velvet finish. It unifies a little bit because of the color mixture here. It also helps set your makeup. It gives a little bit of glow, but very natural. It's also a little bit mattifying, but not drying. Like I said, like I have dry, dehydrated skin. I live in harsh winter, so I don't look for a very mattifying, drying powder, but it just looks soft and luminous, and it doesn't interfere with any glow that I might have from my foundation. So it's just a great combination. And this powder here will last me eons. There's so much product in here. Recently they came out with a compact version, which is even better if you're on the go or if you just prefer a compact. I like the loose powder. I think it's really great. It's wonderful. It does exactly what it needs to. So if you have more of a skin type like mine, maybe drier, more mature, if you live in a harsh climate and you want a loose powder that will not make you look like the Crypt Keeper, the Givenchy loose powder is for you. Okay, moving on to the eyeshadow that I'm wearing today. This is new here from Tom Ford. This is the Rose Topaz, and this quad here is a new formula. It's the Color Cream Couleur Crème quad here. So the shadows are so incredibly buttery, so soft and so smooth, and they're very opaque. Like the colors you see here is what you get on your eyes. So I went into this color here, just like in the crease, and then I put this dark color outside here, and then this light one over here. It's really simple. It's sort of like a neutral, slightly cool leaning palette. I'm gonna do a swatch here. The only thing that was confusing is that this is called Rose Topaz. There isn't really much rose. I thought it would be maybe more pink, more lilac, but it's really more of a neutral. And the brown here at first might look brown, but if you really blend it out, it turns into more of like a charcoal brown, like a really dark charcoal brown gray. So it's definitely more cool leaning, but it's very neutral. And what's nice is that this cream formula sort of makes the topper shade here more subtle. Sometimes the Tom Ford topper shades are like really volatile and flaky and like really just too glittery. Whereas this here is just more subtle, like a very easy neutral. This could be like work appropriate, 9 to 5, that type of look. It's just a really great, I want to say like workhorse palette. The only thing is like the name is so confusing, like Rose Topaz. I don't really see a rose or topaz here, but I still think it's a great palette. Okay, moving on, we have a little bit of a duo action here. This is the Hermès blush and blush brush. So this is number 19 Rose Abricot. This is such a gorgeous, warm, apricot-y, peachy blush. I have been wearing this so much recently because I've been wearing it with the Guerlain like warm orangey red. I've been wearing it with some Hermès lipsticks too. It's just such a gorgeous peach. I'm not wearing this today because it didn't really go with my whole makeup. But if you want like an apricot peachy blush, this is so good. It's so intense. Like you really have to dip your brush in very lightly to get the color payoff right away. And I find that this blends so nicely. It just sort of, it's also extremely long wearing. Sometimes a blush you have to reapply or it fades away. This one here, you place it and then 8 hours later, it's still there. And I find that it just melts into the skin. It mixes and plays well with other products, other foundations, highlighters, powders, whatever. It's really great. These are very expensive, but I think they are worth it. You don't necessarily need to get all of the blush colors if you don't want to, but if you're looking for a gorgeous peachy apricot one, I would say that number 19 is the way to go. And when these came out, I also picked up this Kabuki. This is technically like at the travel size brush, but I love it for the blush application of the apricot blush that I just mentioned. It has the Hermès logo down here. This is so incredibly soft. It feels almost like massage therapy. It's so soft, so wonderful. And it just sort of like fits on your cheek really nicely. And it just helps diffuse and blend the blush really quickly. What's funny is there is this travel size one and then the full size one, and apparently the travel size one is better. From people that I've seen reviews, they don't really love the full size one for some reason. I think the bristles are different. These ones, so soft, so it just feels like massage. Like it's so incredibly soft, and so when you're applying it, it feels very luxurious. It just looks Hermès, it looks luxury, so I love that. Moving on here, something from Dior that I mentioned in a Get Ready With Me, and then I repurchased it because it's so great. These are the Eye Reviver patches. So they come in a single pouch like this. You have the patches, and then when you buy the kit, it also comes with this Capture Totale eye serum here. Now, what's great about this is that this claims to be an instant hydration. It's supposed to smooth and brighten. It does all of that. These are eye patches. So you take the serum, you apply a generous coat, you then put on the patch, leave it on for like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes, move on with your day. But they instantly hydrate, they instantly brighten. They just make you look like you had a cup of coffee for your under eyes. Like whatever skincare ingredient, whatever magic is in this little kit actually works. And you can see it in my Get Ready With Me. I'll put like a link up here if you want to go watch it. But it's great. Like you actually do see the results when you wear it. So I went ahead and purchased more of them because they're great. Okay, so the next few items here were sent to me in PR. The first item here is from Chantecaille. This is the Giraffe Quad. This came out, this is their spring collection here. So the Giraffe Quartet. I will give you some swatches here. Hold on. So this is a swatch of the Giraffe palette here. So this is a neutral lovers palette. What's different with this one versus the Tom Ford one is this one here has a mixture of matte, satin, high shine, whereas Tom Ford is all satin. There's no matte. And this is the palette here. This is the beautiful Giraffe. And then we have the Quad. I love it. It's definitely, like I said, like a neutral lovers palette. So sometimes I go into just these two here because the matte one and then this like satin, like soft satin chocolate brown with a hint of taupe gives me just like a very subtle, very beautiful eye look. But then sometimes I go into this more high shine, a bit more taupey, a little bit more cool leaning palette. It's all going to stay in the neutral zone. There's no blue, there's no purple, no pink. It's really for someone who's more comfortable with something more subtle. And then this one here is the only one that's like a little bit more intense. It's like the white pearlescent shadow here. But I think it's very versatile, very user-friendly, very easy to use. If you want something for like 9 to 5 work, a basic like that, that's for you. I think the only difference is like this one here, like versus the Tom Ford. Here you have a matte, and maybe it's just like the colors, like which shades are you drawn to the most? Like, are you drawn towards the Giraffe quad that I showed you or the Tom Ford one? I think it's really going to be up to you to decide, but I think if you want like a neutral, easy palette, either one is good for you. Okay, next up is a secret item I've been testing out for several weeks. This is the Foreo Bear. So this is a facial toning device. It's a small device here that uses a microcurrent to train and tone your facial muscles. So I've been using it for several weeks now, and some of you have been commenting that my face has been looking more toned recently, and I was like, I wonder why. So with this Foreo here, this is the Bear model. They have different models, different shapes, but this one is called Bear, and I picked the hot pink one because why not? So when you get this, you use the app on your phone. So when you're using this, I use it once a day, not more than that, and you basically just follow along with a little video. So the one that I've been doing, you basically follow along this cheekbone here. It sends this little microcurrent that helps tone the face muscles. So you go like this, you go like this to help give like a little bit of lift here to the eye. I have hooded eyes, so it helps with this. And then you also do one around your neck here. You make sure not to go over your thyroid, but you go around here and you do both sides. I'm just modeling one side here. And you also do one under your jaw here, just to help sculpt your jawline. I see a difference. Like, it's not something that's going to give you like a full facelift. What's interesting is that you do see a difference the first time you use it. Like, once you use it, you're like, oh, everything just looks like more lifted, more firm, more taut, more toned, really. But the kicker is you have to continuously use it to see real results and to see continued results. It's like brushing your teeth once cleans your teeth. But if you only do it once a year, your teeth are not going to be in good health. So if you use it once, you will see a more defined jawline. You will see a more sculpted jawbone or cheekbone, but you need to use it every day in order to see the result. It's like skincare. You know, you can't just exfoliate your face once and call it a day. You have to incorporate it into your regular skincare routine. And so since I'm already, pretty heavy into the whole skincare and beauty regime, this wasn't really that much of an issue to add it. So I've been really enjoying it, and I can definitely do like a demonstration video if you guys want to see more of this. I've really been enjoying it. I think it's great, but like I said, you do have to keep using it continuously. Okay, moving on to a highly requested topic of conversation, my hair. I get so many requests from you guys asking about my hair. I have talked about hair products in my 2021 luxury beauty favorites. There's a whole section there, but what I can do is also just keep mentioning them every month or so, because some of these brands I have used for, I think, a decade, and I've really been enjoying them. So actually, let me talk about the product or the brand that I've been using for a decade. This is AG Hair Care. This is their Curl Fresh shampoo and conditioner. So they sent me these ones here, but I have been using AG Hair Care, like I said, for a decade. It's a brand that has been recommended to me by several different hairstylists, different hair salons. They always recommend this brand. It's salon quality products, and I lean towards the curly hair products, but if you have colored hair, if you have different hair care needs, but they have a whole hair care range, so whatever need you have, they are able to provide it. I love that the products just work. Like, whatever the claim is for curly hair, like I have wavy curly hair, and so they have products that are there to just like define the curl, to enhance the curl, to encourage the curl, whatever the product is, it actually works. And this is a new plant-based collection from them. This is the plant-based essentials. It has coconut and avocado. It's also not too heavy because sometimes conditioners are really heavy and they just sort of weigh down my curls, but they also have other types of curly hair products. Like they have a range, like for slight waves to like really coily, kinky hair. They have that as well. So it's up to you, like whatever you need. I just think it's a great brand. Like I've been using them for so long. And so I'm very happy that they're sending me some products because I was going to buy them anyway. And so if they're sending them to me, that's even better. Another brand that I've been using for a few years, this is more new to me, but it's new to me, and as soon as I started using them, I couldn't stop. This is Kristoff Robin. I think Kristoff Robin hair products have a little bit of a cult status, and that's because they really work. This is the cleansing volumizing paste. So what this does is, so this is like a jar here, and there is a little bit of a scent. It's like an herbal botanical scent here. It doesn't look that great, but what you do is I use this like every other week. You really just massage the scalp, massage the roots, and you leave it on for a few minutes, and you make sure to be like gentle. Don't like scrub too hard. Just give yourself like a nice little like spa massage for the scalp. And it's funny because I think a lot of us forget to treat our hair and our scalp the same way we treat our face. Like how often do you exfoliate and mask your face? You should probably do the same to your hair and scalp as well if you want to keep things healthy and shiny. So this I use as a shampoo. Like I don't do this plus a shampoo. It's a bit too much. It's way too stripping. So I do this, I do a nice little massage, leave it on the scalp for a few minutes, do a thorough rinse, and then I go in with a conditioner. It actually does some sort of like root lifting. I don't know exactly the chemistry behind this. I remember Jill E. Christ, when she was still posting, talking about this because she went to med school, she's a doctor, and she was saying like she wished that she had taken more chemistry courses to understand exactly how this worked, because she's the one who told me to try this, and I love it. I think it's great. Like it actually does give you a bit of a root lift. Like it's not going to tease your hair, but if you are looking for a little bit of volume at the root, I think this is really great, and you don't have to use it that often. I don't know what they recommend doing. It doesn't exactly say how often to use it, but I think if you are using this type of product, you probably pay attention to your hair, to your skin, and your hair and your skin has a way of communicating with you. You can tell when you need to do a mask or exfoliate or whatever it is. Like you can just tell, you can feel, you can see. So judge for yourself. I do this every other week. Some weeks it's every week. It just depends on what's going on internally and externally. So see for yourself. You can sort of judge and just suss it for yourself. All right, I think that is it for my luxury beauty favorites from February. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you tried any of these products? Have you tried these cosmetics? Some of you have already tried Kristoff Robin or the Foreo Bear. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video. So thank you all so much for stopping by, and make sure you're subscribed. Yes, I have to tell you, please subscribe to my channel. I talk about luxury beauty nonstop. I also have this beauty history series where I talk about an icon from the fashion or beauty world and their impact and their significance in the beauty sphere. That's once a month. I have a new episode the first Friday of the month. So one just came out recently. It's on Karl Lagerfeld. So go ahead and check that out. Please make sure you're subscribed. And on that note, I think this is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.